completely copy Blake Hernandez the most I can, being like,
Well, I mean, Nathan
not grooming
Austin
him.
did, right? I mean, it worked for him.
Well, I'm already copying Nathan Austin by having a podcast.
Girl, too many people in your life aren't being honest with you. Like, she thinks her drag is absolutely sickening.
Yeah, like your arms are hot outside of drag, but when you are supposed to be in a little dress, I see the biceps and I'm like, girl, it's not giving fish.
I think she was already defeated. Like, I feel like she was almost panicky. I did a little Kim video, but I never did a Nikki.
Yeah, so who's on the right side of history now? Like, am I a Nikki fan? I was, and now I am grieving. Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. This is Jay Unleashed. Well, this is just my YouTube channel. I'm leaning into doing a lot more YouTube videos this year because TikTok short form is like weird, and I've been having a lot of fun. I just did like the 7 levels of a dog groomer YouTube video and stuff like that. And today we are back to recap Drag Race. This is crazy.
Drag Race.
We're here to recap Drag Race with Blake Hernandez, the one and only.
Well,
And-
I'm super excited to do this, keep going, because I've always wanted to do this and no one ever wanted to play with me. And Jay, you're like so much fun to play this game with. So yeah.
I know, I love it.
More power to you doing YouTube. Like honestly, YouTube to me was always this like cursory thing that I would throw things on that I didn't want to get lost. So I have a YouTube channel and I have content on there that like at one point or another I thought was very important content. And so I didn't want it to, because I don't put my, like, I don't have my TikTok in files. I don't have my Instagram in files. So it's really hard to find things unless you just search for them in the search bar. Then it's, it's a little bit easier. But you can't just like go rifle through all my education. It's like all just mixed in there. But on YouTube, it's very organized.
Yeah, that's cool. And they have the like, and you can even put like, they have like the membership stuff right now, and you can like put certain videos behind a paywall on YouTube now, which is cool.
And so my idea that I sent you the other day, I feel like that needs to be like what we do when we talk about the finale. Like
Yeah, that'll be perfect. Yeah, so teaser for upcoming episode, we're going to be doing Blake's makeup, but that sounds like just really boring. We're gonna do a walk. There's gonna be a lot, but it's gonna be fun. And I think it'd be fun too if I was like, because I could like do mine and then like and just be like, you do this step, and then I don't know.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We're not gonna be together. He's gonna walk me through doing my own makeup. If you had long hair, I would like walk you through yours too, but
I know I don't have long hair. I haven't cut my hair in a long time. Let's do my 2026 is growing out my hair. Just completely copy Blake Hernandez the most I can, being like,
well, I mean, Nathan Austin did, right? I mean, it worked for him.
Well, I'm already copying Nathan Austin by having a podcast. We haven't actually recorded in a minute. Like we're like a little behind because Blake went to Africa and did some fun things in Africa. And
Teaser.
And so, but overall, yeah, we haven't really talked in general. How have you liked like the season so far, all these episodes?
Okay, like since we're having to like do so what he was leading into with that is that we're doing 2-episode review today, so it's 3 and 4, so maybe a little bit faster pace than the other ones, just to catch up a little bit. But also, like, if we're talking in the grand scheme of things, we're already through episode 6 and like airing. And for me, I feel like the thing that I am like my takeaway from all this is that Jane can obviously win if she wants. I'm disappointed by Athena, and I am impressed by Mia.
Ooh, I love Mia Star too, and like, I agree with all of that. And I also felt like I started kind of feeling bad for Briar, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So episode 3, Mandy Mango is feeling those bottom nerves, and then these are the notes I wrote because I wrote these notes so long ago. Mandy Mango is feeling those bottom nerves, and Briar versus Athena. But yeah, so I noticed that so for so many years they'd be like, winner gets a year supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills, and now they changed it to you get a collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh, I wonder what that specifically means. Like you just get like I don't know, a collaboration. So like that you get like you become an affiliate.
I mean, I guess a collaboration could be that, but to me, it sounds better. It sounds like you get to come out with like a palette or something.
Okay. You think that? You see, I don't know. That seems like a lot. Like I don't know. Like to me, I feel like a
Well,
collaboration
they
is gonna.
do. I mean, they do collabs with other influencers. Like makeup does that all the time. Like entire influencers come out with makeup. So like, why
Yeah, like I
wouldn't
have
they?
the Brittany Broski palette.
But I'm just saying, like that's just putting your money before the following comes. Like all these girls are going to explode on their own scale, and even if they don't
Yeah.
get to a huge number, they're gonna have a lot of traction on their pages during the airing.
Yes. Yeah. And so that does make sense. I guess like that would be so like say for instance like Jane Don't wins or something like the Jane Don't palette like that'd be I'd get it. That'd be fierce. Yeah, that is a good idea. Okay, yeah. So this was the theater episode if you remember. Like again, there wasn't like a mini challenge. It's just been like just regular maxi challenges. And this was when they like paired up into teams, and that's why I said Briar versus Athena. Yeah, why is there why what is your thought on why there's no minis?
I mean, I would assume that the thought process is that there's so many girls that in order for us to like build a connection with them, they need as much time like
Yeah.
competing and talking to us as possible. But
Yeah,
I'm ready for a reading challenge. Ooh, I'm ready for a reading
I
challenge.
know. So this was RDR Live. This was like their version of SNL for on Drag Race. And to me, it's giving like Briar has a crush on Athena, and it was starting to get weird. Like
Yeah,
she was,
I definitely agree that Briar is fully intimidated by Athena at the very least.
yeah,
And she just expresses that in such a weird way.
yeah.
And I think Briar is also like, and like I am a liberal, progressive person, but that doesn't
Oh,
stop me.
you're liberal. Okay, we can't be friends. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
That,
Imagine this is
but
how I
that
reveal.
doesn't stop me from feeling the way of like, girl, too many people in your life aren't being honest with you. Like, she thinks her drag is absolutely sickening. You know what? She talks about her drag in the way that Mistress did, but like
Yeah,
Mistress, sure,
Mistress did serve. I will say though that like Briar's face card is always like her makeup is always on point.
I
From
guess.
what I remember, like I remember being like, "Oh, I
No,
always
she
loved
did.
her
She
makeup."
always got like what's his face on Law. He complimented her. He's like, you look like a wrestler, but your
That
face
was
card is
great.
great.
Yeah, so basically, I agree with that critique. It's like everything else is crazy. You know how to do
Well, the
makeup.
wrestler comment that reminds me of like remember what I said when she walked in like on her first day? She looked like a refrigerator. Like she just like wasn't giving woman.
Yes, yes, I do remember that. Yeah, and people got in the were mad in the comments of the I posted the video, and they're like, "Don't make
Yeah.
fun of them" or something. I'm like, "What's called reading?" Okay, and they're on a show to be critiqued. What are we doing?
Yeah. Exactly.
All decided to be like to pair up. Of course, like Athena went with Briar for some reason, and I
Yeah.
really thought Briar could have done a lot better as her inner saboteur. So it was like Athena was the host and Briar was her inner saboteur, and Briar kind of was like boring.
So that's you know what it was? It wasn't that it was boring. Like I think like she had a lot of things right. She made the classic mistake of someone that doesn't have experience in that world, and that is to not have like highs and lows. It was just like one note. Like the like
Yes, okay.
you know what I mean? Like she needed to have some like harmonies and melodies of that song. The song that she was singing was the right song, but it was just
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so like she needs to work on like comedy sets because like I know you because you can't you have to it was because it was a good like idea like I could tell they had like a lot of good ideas for like the jokes they were doing, but for some reason she just didn't like when she was up there because I mean doing essentially stand-up comedy is not easy. QNN News, Jane Doe and Sierra Mist. They were a couple.
Well, so this one was it just them to start? I feel like didn't Jane enter the scene? Like the scene was not doing great, and then Jane came in.
Yeah, because this was supposed to be like the weekend update type of segment. Yeah, so who else was there? There was a third
It was
person there.
Athena, right?
Yes, okay, Athena was there. I think she just kind of
Okay.
filled in.
Yes, it was Athena and Sierra because Athena's inner saboteur wasn't there, right? So
Yeah.
it was Athena and Sierra, and then Jane comes in, and again, Athena is just like a letdown to me. And you know what I think this is? I'm just gonna say it. It's pretty privilege. You know what I mean? Like she
Yeah.
is someone that looks like she looks polished and drag, but she can. I guarantee you, she shows up to the exact same bars that she performs at as a boy and
Yeah.
get the same attention. So her
Yeah.
sense of entertainment ability, I think, is skewed because she's pretty.
Yes. Yeah, I can see that too. And like yeah, that's really interesting. Cause yeah, I always say like to me, like the guys that are like conventionally attractive outside of drag, like usually don't win.
No, you're right.
My biggest like issue with that is it's usually their arms. Yeah, like your arms are hot outside of drag, but when you are supposed to be in a little dress, I see the biceps and I'm like, girl, it's not giving fish.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes people, you just like when you work out, you look a certain way. Like I remember when I was younger and I would work out and I would get in really good shape, my abs, they wouldn't cut like boy abs. They would cut like girl abs. Like they always
Oh
looked
yeah.
like
Well, they
girl
would
abs.
if you starved yourself. Just do what all the
But
celebrities do. You hydrate and starve yourself. And then here you go.
I will never think of anyone as so freaking attractive out of drag as a man than Cameron Michael.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Let me try and think of like who. I don't know. I never pay attention to them outside of drag usually. Okay. So that was interesting. But I thought Jane really killed it when she came in and she like again, like Jane's just but when it comes to this type of like comedy queen stuff, but she's kind of killing it everywhere.
Yeah, because she's been kicking ass in the sewing stuff too. So that's the thing is that what does that all boil down to? Is that she's smart. And I clocked that day one.
She did, yeah.
Like, okay, we did Poop to her favorite. Macy is a super talented groomer. Do not get me wrong, but the show wasn't about that. The reason why Macy won was that she was so smart. Macy and Karina, as a team, realized that the storyline was about the team, and they were both intelligent enough to carry those feelings and ideas into a interview room together. And so
Yeah.
those are the storylines that needed to stay alive. So when you're thinking further than just getting through the challenge, so many girls are thinking about just making it through, and
Yeah.
Jane is thinking about winning.
Winning, yeah. Yeah, not survival, but like strategy. Yeah. And so I was pretty impressed with then the young Michelle duo was Juicy and Mikey Meeks. And Juicy was like really like nervous, but I thought she pulled it out. Like I thought she or worked it out, pulled it out. I thought she worked it out. Like I thought she was pretty funny, like playing like that was a good bit. Definitely like better than like I was assuming since she was like so nervous about it.
Yeah, I didn't think that she was gonna do that good, but that I give a lot of credit to Mikey Meeks on that one. Like, because Mikey was
Yeah, I
very
forgot to mention that part. I loved Mikey in it, but like I was just surprised that Juicy. I was like, oh, Juicy did better than I thought. But yeah, I thought they both killed it.
well, no, I also just mean like the time that was shown to us in the workroom, Mikey taught Juicy. She said, Juicy's like in her head thinking about it, and Mikey's like, no. She like read the line slower and goes, look it, they're giving us drag race references. So just say it like Michelle says it whenever she says it. And then she goes, like, you know what I mean? Like I think Mikey really
Okay.
helped her feel comfortable learning. Like she didn't get frustrated with her. She said, here's how you're gonna learn. And so I wish, like, that doesn't always happen, but I do wish that Mikey got some sort of credit there. I don't think that she gets, and this is also something I've been clocking from the beginning, but like, Juicy just keeps getting helped by everybody.
Everyone,
By
again, pretty privileged.
Yeah, like
especially Jane. Yeah, I do notice that. Because she's almost like it's because she's like one of the few young ones, and I mean, no,
yeah.
they're all like early 30s, but like, and um, yeah. So then, though, I really loved this part where I was so gagged at this part when the comedian host of this episode was Sarah Sherman. And
Mhm.
so Rue and Sarah Sherman show up to the workroom and they confront Discord Adams about the walk, and he didn't know. Like he was like genuinely surprised. He was like, "What about my walk?" And I was
Yeah, yeah, it's
like,
so funny.
I can't believe that. And then he like, because at this point the show had been doing like the Discord cam and everything, and like they finally just was like, "So what's with the walk?" And he was like, "What?" But I like how Rue said like, "Don't change it." He's like, "Just loosen up a little bit," but like,
I mean, I
like
don't think that she's capable of changing it. Like, I
no,
don't
because
think that
she didn't know she was doing it.
right, and she thinks it like no one does that without thinking that it absolutely eats the house down. Like no, like, and so it's just too much effort to do that.
That's so funny.
But I do think that yeah, at this point she can't because she hasn't given us anything else. Do you know? Like, I would love to be a fly on the wall during the time when she doesn't know it, but she was almost in the bottom two. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember if it was this episode or the next episode, 3 or 4. But when the judges are talking about it, Rue says, "Pick your bottom. Who would be your two top girls? Who'd be your two bottom girls?" To the whole judging panel, and half of the ones in their bottom was
Yeah.
Discord, and so she
Yeah.
was riding like number 3. Just so like she's like, "I'm a sewing queen," hasn't given. Like she's like, it's just I don't know. I don't, and then I don't like her personality, and
Yeah.
it's not because she's not regular gay, and I know that's what she's going to think it is. She's gonna think it's because
Ish,
she's
regular guy.
alternative that like we're not into it, but it genuinely is not. It is if you were super queeny or fishy or fat and funny or whatever, but then you went into those interview rooms and you talk that way, where you just like think that you should always be winning. You should think that you think being, a place where you are is undeserved. Like it's just not a fun personality.
Yeah, yeah, because even when like Discord like is safe, like he's like she's like pissed. She's like, I should have won and stuff. And it's like, yeah, she's always just upset with whatever. And like, yeah, because I do this is like I'm not gonna talk about this much because it's for our next episode, but like they had like Rate a Queen like rating each other, and I think Discord would have gone home if it wasn't Rate a Queen.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about that when we get to it because I didn't mind her talent, but I definitely think that like when it comes to the talents, man, I am so like lip syncing isn't a talent.
Yeah, I'm very confused as to what some of these girls think talents are. But I'm like, wait, is this a talent show? Like, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
And then we got and then we had Mandy Mandy Mango and Darlene Mitchell, the churning butter, the sketch. That was them. And Darlene, like, I think she's hilarious. I love her. I don't think she's gonna win, but she's just like, to me, she's kind of like a Trixie. Like she's like, I just love. Like she's like a personality higher. But Mandy Mango, like just it was funny, but it would again, like the judges said, it just wasn't in character of her role.
So for me, with that one with Mandy Mango, is she just I think she was already defeated. Like, I feel like she was almost panicky. Like, I don't think that she saw. Like, you have to realize what her experience has been on Rue from getting starting to now. I think when you get to that point, you stop thinking that something good is gonna happen is even like possible, right? Like take someone like Kenya
Yeah,
Pleaser who hasn't had like a great season either. I love her, but she hasn't had like a great season, but she got the mini on the very first episode. That tells you, okay, I do belong, right?
yeah.
Like it just gives you a different spirit, and I think Mandy was defeated, and that performance gave panic to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. And too, like, and we also have to like remember, like you said in like one of the last episodes, that like this is all happening within like a week or something. Like these
Yeah, yeah,
crazy
even
how
this one.
fast paced. reality shows
Yeah.
are. Like, and they always say like last week. Every time they say that now, I'm like, you mean a couple days ago?
Yeah, like 2 days ago. Yesterday.
Yeah. And then we had, so I really like this one, the Master Queef Theater, the Lipstick Lovers. And we had like the cheap lipstick, and then like Vita. Well, Vita was actually kind of like, I didn't really live for Vita's performance. It was like, okay, but I really loved the cheap and red lipstick.
I don't remember it that well. But Vita, that also for me, Vita is just like she's also falling behind for me. Like
Yeah,
she,
it was Kenya was the cheap lipstick, and I don't remember who the red was, but then Vita was the butch one.
yes, they're not the strongest actors in the group.
Yeah, no, but it was like, but I thought like the concept of the lipstick was funny to me. And then I wrote Rue performance. Is this when Rue performed like in the middle of it all? I guess Rue performed. I
Yeah,
remember the performance, but I didn't know it was like, but I guess like SNL like you perform.
that's
And then after all of that, if you, and I don't know if you have any other like thoughts on the art, like the RDR live stuff, because then it goes into the runway category, which is animal attraction.
no. I'm good. I wasn't super like I never really. The thing is that they never do the RDR towards the end. It's always towards the beginning, and there's too many weak actors in the beginning, like, and people aren't comfortable enough. Even like even if they were gonna get there, they're not there yet. Everything's still very like you have to realize this is only probably like the third episode is only probably like the seventh day of shooting. So like it's still new.
Yeah, because I think they even said this was early for this, right? Did they say like this was like soon? I don't remember.
But either way, I just find that it always leaves me like feeling like they could cut two skits and have a stronger performance from final like girls towards the end when it's like 6, 7 girls. So I wasn't super into it. But the animals, yeah, let's go down it.
Yeah, animals. So let's start with Discord Adams, albino alligator. Do you remember this look? I
Yes,
thought the
I do.
look was fierce.
I mean
From what I remember,
yeah, I liked her look too. She doesn't give bad looks. She just thinks that she gives the best look. That's the problem.
yes, that's exactly it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, she was the albino alligator. We got the Discord cam. I love how the
Yeah.
judges just like aren't even hiding their laughs at this point.
Yeah, they
And
don't
then
even make commentary. They just like watch her walk and laugh.
they just laugh. Yeah, like it's well because like what you kind of said, it's like she's not bad, but she's not like excellent. So they're like, well, all we can do is kind of just laugh at this walk, like. um, and then Mia Starr is the pink poodle, based on a golden doodle, though.
Yeah, I
That
didn't
when she's
like
like based
that
on that golden
storyline.
doodle.
I wasn't into that storyline. And like I know that she loves to give like Brooklyn horror and everything, but like I don't like when the chest plate, like when the breast is so big that it makes everything like obnoxious, I guess. Like the movement stops
Yeah,
being real. It's like a cartoon.
yeah,
And that,
and that's what she's going for. But yeah, and
yeah,
like
because
that's
it's
what she's
so,
going for. Just not what you like enjoy and drag it like the over the top.
but they're so heavy that they end up having like thicker necks, like to like
I
keep
know.
them.
Yeah.
And I hate how all of that looks. It takes me, what would Michelle say? It takes me out of the fantasy.
Yes.
And so that's why I don't like it. And I think that she has one breastplate. Oh my god, you know what it reminds me of? Oh my god, I don't remember who this was. It was maybe like season 16, but one of the black girls came on and she had a breastplate, but it was like too small.
Yes. Yes. I can't remember her name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, it was like one
It
of the
was the
last few
one that
seasons.
Rue
Yeah.
always called Slewfoot.
Yes. Yes. What was her name? I
I
remember
can't
that.
remember.
Yes. That was yeah.
But her
It might have been
titties
last
were too
season. I don't know.
small. And I don't know if you remember this line, but Rue said that it looked like my baby's first boobs. And I like
Didn't remember that. Wait, that's hilarious.
died. But
I love
anyway,
that. I love when
so
the
for like
drag
an
race
episode or
women.
two, yeah, for like an episode or two, she still had the little titties. And then eventually she got titties that fit her right. So I don't know
Yeah.
that they like It depends on what show you're on. So I don't think that they're allowed to buy stuff when they're on Drag Race. So one of the girls probably
Oh
gave
yeah,
her a breastplate. But
sure.
yeah, I just thought that was funny. And that I would hope that Mia had a different breastplate that was more believable, but I don't think that she does.
No, I don't. But I mean, but yeah, so she was a pink poodle because she has a doodle. And then I was like, I'm a dog groomer. I'm the only person that cares about that, but I had to say it.
Yeah,
um,
but I cared.
yeah, so I knew like, yeah, I was like, we're the only Drag Race fans that are gonna care, really. And then Mandy Mango was Dear Enchantress? No, Enchantress. I can't talk.
Yeah,
And
no,
but
I like the
yeah, you go.
makeup on this. I remember really liking her face on this.
Yeah, I remember liking it, but then I remember I wrote on my note just like it like she looks fierce, but it's just not giving her. Like it's not giving Mandy Mango. But
It
I
also,
guess
I feel
like
like it came down to being way more simple too, because it's like what, like a bodysuit, you know, like it wasn't
yeah.
super ornate in terms of construction or anything, or like special effects types of like garment. But the face I liked. I thought it was cute. It was, it was giving, I guess, a little bit of Halloween drag, which is
Yeah.
probably a risk doing this category. And she just like, yeah, she fell into it.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. And then Athena was White Owl, and I don't really remember much except for this looked like her classic like glamorous gown, right? I can't remember.
Yes.
It didn't really stick out
Except
to
she
me.
had a crazy headpiece on.
Yes, you couldn't see her face. That's why. Okay, that yes. So that was crazy. I actually didn't live for that.
It
What
was
are your
giving
thoughts of that?
it's giving astronaut, like, for me, to be honest, but man, a girl with olive skin loves a white. Athena loved a white.
Yeah. And Darlene Mitchell was a cow and like made me very happy.
Yeah,
and
accepted.
that's really all I have to say. and and then Briar Brush, I can't why can't I talk today? Briar
I am.
Blush I didn't even write what she was. All I said was giving so much cunt. So apparently I liked it. Um
I don't remember what she
you
was
remember?
either, but without remembering, I wish that she was a raccoon. Because, like, to me, she gives raccoon.
She does like yeah, like especially yeah, outside of drag I feel.
Yeah, yeah, as a boy.
Yeah, it's giving like well, because I remember watching at one point and Dylan like he was like, she's giving like Neanderthal a little bit. And I was like, what? Like, and then I was like, it's the haircut and stuff. I was like, I get what you're saying. I was like, that's very offensive to her, but I get what you're saying. Avita Von Teese was zebra. She had the full white face painted on, right?
Yeah,
Is this the look I'm thinking of? Yeah.
yeah.
Again, that I don't really love when their face is covered, I guess.
Yeah, there's that, but I personally, it's just like she's another one that's like a strong sewer. So she doesn't give bad looks. But I don't, you know what it is? We don't really talk about this till later on, but it's like one of the girls said it, I don't know in what episode, but it's like your three P's. And one of them is perspective or point of view. Like, I think that Discord and Vita are both talented, but they don't have a strong point of view. And I think that when you look at someone
Yeah.
like Jane Don't or Mia, that they do, and they're vastly different, but I just think that they have like a very curated point of view, and that the other girls they think that they do, which is why Discord's like, but like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, it's funny. Well, it's just hilarious when yeah, Discord is like I'm the rocker drag queen and then doesn't really like live up to that much, but you know.
No, no.
And then Nene was a poison dart frog, which her designs are always crazy because she's like a scientist or whatever. What I
Yeah,
don't know what she is, engineer or
yeah,
something smart. Like I
yes,
will say, it's like I remember thinking it looked like cool and just classic Nene. Like, how did you make this?
yes.
And Kenya Pleaser was a pimp
Well, and
tiger.
Nini is also like she serves body. Like
Oh, she
she's
does.
got her body is tight and right as a boy, and as a girl, she's a fucking engineer. She puts all the pads exactly where they go on that body. Like I always
Yeah,
love her body, always.
me too. Like I am a fan of Nene. Like I'm always impressed with her and stuff. Like I think she's cool
She's
and she's
very
like a
polished.
little cute
She's
and
very
kind
smart.
of
I would say that she even has a point of view too. I just think that she's not a big personality.
Yeah, that's the issue is that it's not yeah, she's not really like she can just kind of blend in with the other like talented drag, but she's not like standing out. Like and then like oh yeah, Kenya Pleaser was a pimp tiger. Liv. Kenya, love her so much. But again, like she is just like on the lower like rung of like the of this group, but I can't help but love her.
I agree. I mean, like she's one of the ones that I look forward to on the season for sure. And I
Yeah.
don't think like I think that like Mikey Meeks and Nene Coco are more well-rounded and talented, but I look forward to Kenya more.
Yeah, me too. And then Sierra Mist was the chameleon look. Like I will say like Sierra Mist is like the looks are always intriguing and interesting and new and stuff.
And
But
this
it's
was
like
her like all out. She had a lot more like special effects, makeup, and like
yeah.
engineered clothing and stuff. But I just was never, like now we can watch back. I've never been a fan of her ever,
Yeah,
and it didn't
I get what you're
help.
saying because she is kind of like I don't understand. I can't put my finger on it either, but I'm like I can see like you're talented, but like I just don't. Yeah, she's not like a top for me. Like she's definitely like I don't know.
You know what's funny is that I think that all of them could be perceived as what I'm about to say it is, but I think it's who lets it read on their face. And to me, Sierra, Briar Blush, they both give to me like I can see in their face that they want to be liked a lot. Like they
Yeah,
really
definitely
want it.
Briar.
And
Yeah,
that makes it hard. Like it's just like a human reaction to be like, okay, well, like why are you making it sound like it's so hard to like you? Like why am I like so I don't
yeah,
know what it is,
yeah,
but both of them, all of them, anyone who's an influencer, they like to be liked. Like I can say that out loud, but like when you come off as that, it's a turnoff.
well, and especially in Briar's case. Oh wait, sorry, you I didn't hear you. Were you saying something? Your audio cut out.
No, no, you're good.
Okay, I didn't know if you were lagging or trying. I think you were just lagging for a second. Okay, but especially in Briar's case because came in acting like I'm a bitch and you're not gonna like me, and then like you find out like wait, but you want everyone to like you, so it's like almost worse when she's like
Yeah,
acting like she doesn't want people to like her, and then she's like
yeah,
I'm gonna be the villain, and then
yeah.
like
Because
one episode in,
Sierra's
she's like, well, everyone loves me.
Yeah, because Sierra's super sweet, right? Sierra's super sweet and Briar's not. So it's two completely different things, but both of them were just giving desperate to me.
Yeah, and yeah, because and I really wanted to like Sierra Mist. Like from I remember the first episode, I was like I kind of like her, and you're like I don't know, and now I'm like agreeing with you more. Where like it's not that like she's bad, it's just she's just falling lower to me in the ranking. I don't know why. And then Jane Don't was a macaw, and I really liked the simplicity of this one. But do you think she downplayed her look here? Because before the runway, she was saying she was worried that everyone was thinking she was winning too much.
So I love the headpiece on this one, like a lot. But the I don't know. You know what? I think that she's smart. I think that she's in an interview room and that she knows the cameras are rolling in there and that she said what needed to be said. We've talked about that before. Like remember episode 2 that she's like, "Oh, like no one went home. That's so lame." And we are both like she kind of probably said
Yeah,
that because she had to, right? I think that she says,
yeah,
but that I think that she said it, but I don't think that she would ever actually. I think she's too smart to actually leave anything off the table. Like she's gonna put it all
yeah.
out there because she's too smart.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So then she was, yeah. So then she was kind of just saying that, I'd be like, God, like, so, like, yeah, because she was worried that everyone was like mad, because she's like, everyone's mad at me for winning or something, which is a
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
thing to say.
yeah.
And then Mikey Meeks, I know, Mikey Meeks was a cheetah, and that's all I have to say about Mikey. I don't. Mikey again is just forgettable to me. Like, no offense, she seems great. She's fucking one of them. Aren't like two of the twinks hooking up or something? Like,
Oh, I don't know.
they're
But here's the thing. I actually like Mikey a lot. Like I like Mikey a lot, a lot.
yeah, interesting.
I just think that there is part of me that genuinely has this thing for her because of what she looks like in drag. And the Wonder Years character, she looks exactly like that Wonder Years character. And it's this weird, it's like I'm getting, you know how like chemicals go off in your brain, right? Like released by your brain. It's like that nostalgia one is released at the same time as like my new fun, I love drag, let's see what's happening. It's like I get more
Yeah.
chemical, like happy chemicals released when I see Mikey because for some reason it scratches this nostalgia itch from that show. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it's normal. I just like am trying to identify
Yeah.
why I like her so
Why?
much, and I just do. Yeah.
Yeah, because like nothing against Mikey, like she like looks fierce and stuff, but she just to me is not really like standing out much. And then the last one was Juicy, and she was an anteater. This look was like such a weird choice, but like you know what, like go off.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of it.
No, me either. And then so this was really funny to me that Rue like he split up who was safe for no reason just to like freak them out. He like said he like named like three names and then he named three more and he's like and you're safe or whatever. And I was like, why did he do that?
Yeah, yeah.
And Mandy Mango was bottom. Darlene Mitchell was wearing flats.
Darlene
I was just reading.
has had so many like shoe criticisms.
Again, it's giving Trixie with her go-go boots. Yeah, and then so let's see. Mandy and Briar, they duke it out and Mandy goes home. And Briar becomes the like queen that's in the bottom over and over.
So up until this
Right?
point, I've agreed with the lip syncs, but I didn't agree with this one. I didn't think that Briar won. I think that Rue makes the final call on that, and he absolutely takes into consideration track record. Like that's proven time
Yeah.
and time again that he takes in track record because otherwise, what the heck? There's so many lip syncs that should have been crowned other ways. So to me,
Again, yeah, I mean,
I
at the
think
end of the day, it's RuPaul's Drag Race.
yeah, I think that Mandy he had seen her sew. He had seen her act. He had seen her lip sync. He had seen her like
Yeah.
and she just wasn't getting there with any of it. And Briar, I think he still saw more opportunity. So I don't think that the
Yeah.
lip sync was so separate, but I think that Mandy did do better. And the main reason why I'm getting so into detail with that is because that's how we open the next episode. Briar being
Yeah.
confronted by Mia because Mia says that she thinks that Mandy won lip sync. And I agree.
Yeah.
So now we're into episode 4.
Yeah, so we go into episode 4. It starts off with Briar's pissed. Mia is thinking that Briar should have gone home, and then they instantly feud. But then it turns into like Athena and Briar beefing over like Juicy. Like,
Okay,
and
because
she's
Briar is
like,
being so weird about Juicy.
yeah, that was
I
weird.
didn't like it. And Juicy was being weird too. Like, I honestly was like, are they fucking? Like, at one point during this fight, like,
What
Juicy says,
the producers wanted
that
us to think.
that it was a new relationship. Like, she didn't say new friendship. She said new
Yeah.
relationship. It was very, I was like, are they fucking? Yeah.
I think they are because the producers wanted it because like there was at one point where they zoomed in on like Juicy holding hands with someone. I couldn't remember who it
That
was
okay,
though.
that's what yes, I think that they like held each other's hands during this fight.
Okay, it was Briar. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember thinking in my head, I was like, do they want us to like think they're fucking?
Yeah. Which
And
I
this
don't like that. Like think of them in boy and then think of like that sex and I don't like it.
no, I don't know. But this again, no mini, and the maxi challenge was a red carpet look mashup, which is
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
fun. They had
Yeah.
like iconic looks.
So I love this
Juicy.
episode.
Yeah, you love this episode. Yeah, me too. I really like the looks here.
Yeah.
Juicy and Briar had Lil Nas X and Rihanna.
Yeah.
And that was funny to like see them to yeah, and also they teamed up. Like after that beef, then they team up and then they and which is yeah, like their whole relationship was really weird. And
Yeah.
then Discord Adams and Jane Don't had Cher 98 and Sarah
Okay,
Paulson.
so they did this is how it happens. They said to grab your bestie. So everyone grabs someone that they
Yeah,
think
I love
they're
that
going.
part.
So they think that they're going to be working like with someone that they like. They think this is an opportunity. I get to choose who I want to work with, and they say to choose our best friend. And so everyone runs and grabs their best friend, only to find out that
Yeah.
each partner is going to be a top or a bottom. So we're not going to have
Yeah.
three top, two bottoms and two tops or whatever. We're going to have a slew of tops and a slew of bottoms, and it's all going to be separated, you or your best friend. So they find out that the person that they chose is now their competition. And that matters in situations like who ended up together, like Discord and Jane, because both of them are very
Yeah.
talented as sewers, but they were like, well, now I could be better. Like Jane says, like, I could be better than four of the girls on stage, but still be in the bottom because Discord beats me. And like, yeah, so it
Yeah.
that these are the twists and turns that competitions need in order for us to not just like watch someone walk to the finish line. So like it's
Yeah.
definitely good TV, but yeah, it does suck when you're in the position like that. But then it also feels really great
Yeah.
because what if you can sew and maybe not great, but you can. And the girl that you're teamed up with can't. She's a hot glue gun girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, all I gotta do is beat this girl, and then I'm in the
Yeah.
top and I don't gotta worry about it. So it goes either way.
Yeah. And yeah, so I thought, yeah, so this was a really cool way. Yeah, I completely forgot how they chose the teams, and I loved all the looks. We did run into, in the big year of 2026, Nicki Minaj reference. So we did have one of the looks was Maga Minaj. But you guys, she wasn't hanging out with the Kirk family. She took this picture.
The
She was
outfit
only
showing.
hanging out with pedophiles. Okay. So, which that was fine for the Barbs. They were fine with that. So
It's
it was
not
Mikey and
Heidi. She clocked it.
yeah, Mikey and Nene were J Lo and Nicki Minaj. That team up.
I am
Um,
so over Drag Race referencing that J Lo dress. Like, I need
I
it
know.
to be done. I need it to be done.
Yeah, it is brought up quite a bit. What I was excited that they brought in was the Britney and Justin red carpet
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
I'm just a huge fan of Britney, so I was like, "Oh my god, my girl!" But but they had so Sierra and Kenya had the Britney and Justin look mixed with the meat dress from
Yeah.
Gotti.
So, I thought I was very disappointed in Kenya for not using any of the meat fabric. Like, I don't think that red substituted for it. I needed to see, like, for me, she could have done a really pretty, like African headdress, like wig type style, and like dressed it up with the meat fabric or something to include it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of just
So
holding the meat purse.
yeah, I didn't like that. Because I don't know exactly how we're going to flesh this out. But I think the most challenging was the Kim Kardashian floral print with the like the aluminum space. Athena and Darlene had to work with it, but I can't remember what that silver was from.
Yeah,
What was that silver
it was
from?
from Zendaya's Dune look. Zendaya
Oh, do you
Dune
know why I
2.
don't like that? Do you know why I don't know that? Because my random, I cannot stand them person is Zendaya. Like, I do
Really?
not get it. I don't get it. I don't get why she's so popular. I don't get why people like her. I don't get why she gets work. I don't get it. And it doesn't matter because she does not care about me and is like so rich. So, like, she'll never know this. And I have no good excuse,
If
but
you're
I
watching
cannot
Zendaya,
stand
I'm sorry.
I just can't stand her. Anyway, so yeah, I thought
Yeah, no,
I thought those fabrics were the hardest to work with.
yeah, that was, and but but yeah, I mean, but talking on Zendaya though, that she is really interesting because she is kind of like the movie star right now, and like she just like she's coming out with she has like 3 movies coming out this year, like and at least, and yeah, because Spider Man, that one with Robert Pattinson, then Dune 3, yeah, there's like so many, and yeah, I don't really understand it, like, and she has Euphoria season 3 coming out, so she's booked and busy,
She is.
but
I
she
don't,
just
and I like, and she doesn't even seem like a bad person. It's just it's the me not understanding it thing. Like, I feel like everyone is seeing something that I just am not seeing, and I don't. I usually get things, you know what I mean? Like I'm usually with it, and I just don't get it.
Well, to me is like it might be I like Zendaya, but I've really only watched her in Euphoria, and I got tired of Euphoria pretty quickly because I'm like, how many times do I need to see like teenagers on drugs and naked? Like this is getting weird.
Yeah.
Then in Spider-Man, I loved her as Mary Jane, but I'm a nerd, and she played that like. But the thing is though, that that's when I first saw her was as Mary Jane in Spider-Man, but she played the very like tough exterior, like not talking much, kind of like downer character, and then continued to play that in every other role.
Mm.
So like
Yeah.
to me, I like her because she's just continued to play Mary Jane in every role.
Okay, so here's the thing with me is that I just don't feel like just because she's the hot thing right now doesn't mean much to me because we've had lots of actors that were like very like think about okay, you know who was the hottest shit you could get on a screen that was never talented? Katherine Heigl. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't.
She's
She was
selling dog
making.
food now. She's selling dog food now.
I know, and I
Okay.
like her time on Grey's Anatomy was phenomenal. That was
Love. Yeah.
phenomenal. But every movie that she's ever done, and there's like 50 of them, are
Yeah.
just awful. She's just terrible at acting.
For me, the exception is Knocked Up. I love that
Yeah,
comedy
that's a
movie
good
with her
one.
in it.
That's a
But
good one.
she wasn't like the lead, like the main character. I mean, she was,
No.
but like it was like kind of an ensemble cast.
Yeah, it was very ensemble.
So yeah, like I do get that. Yeah, that is yeah. Zendaya is the new Katherine Heigl, 2026 version where it's just like mixed race and no tits. Okay. Um, let's see. I'm sorry. Oh, and then so Mia and Vita were Katy Perry and Lil Kim. That the look we can just talk about the like. So we were just talking about how Mia likes to like lean on her breastplate, and she really leaned into the titties out.
Yeah. Which just worked for that one because she had Little Kim as
And
inspiration. Yeah.
yeah,
And
and it
like
worked,
I
and I
don't think
love.
that she could have gotten a better yeah, like that was great.
Yeah,
Because
it's
they
really
had
interesting that like
it was the two different laces, right?
yeah. It was yeah, and her tail was just out. I love it. Yeah, it's interesting. Little Kim, just like side note, it's really interesting that everyone kind of like forgets about her, and everyone goes like Nicki was like the queen of pop or whatever, and I was like, I feel like Lil Kim was around first.
I
Like,
agree.
remember like how many like
During my
big
weird
take
Blake Poodlevich time when I used to like do parody music videos, I
yeah,
I did a
love
Little
that.
Kim video, but I never did a Nicki.
Yeah, so who's on the right side of history now? I was a Nicki. Like, am I a Nicki fan? I was, and now I am grieving the process. Like I'm in the grieving process. All I'm saying is
Uh,
the
okay, just so you know,
people
I'm
that were
stealing that. I'm gonna go find the audio that says, "Are you a Nicki fan?" And then it's gonna cut to me being like, it's just my voice, like I was.
yes, I was. I know, like it's just yeah, I don't know. All I'm saying
No,
is
because
that
Nicki is written. You know what it is? Is that Nicki represents every person in our life that we have recently realized are Nazis, and like
yeah,
it's just it's
yeah,
representative of that. It's like, yes, I'm losing Nikki, but I also lost like 50 other people in my life that I had no idea felt that way. Like,
I know. And then like I also like I think what also too it's giving me anxiety for like bracing for Taylor Swift. like I'm just like I'm not gonna be able to handle that, you guys. Okay, she hasn't talked about how she votes in a while. I just don't know. But oh yeah, and then oh yeah, that's what I wrote. Okay, I wrote this in the notes. Briar and Juicy be fucking. Okay, so clearly they are. That's what I think. Yeah, and then so yeah, they had that, and the judge, what's the guy's name? I loved him. I can't think of it. Like the judge in this one. He's the one that said you look like a superhero.
Law.
Yes, Law. So Law, he was hilarious. Loved him. He
So
was like
I love
reading
Law
through
as a
girl.
judge on Drag Race. I think he's a great judge. I do not like him as a judge on Project Runway. Like he pisses me off like a lot.
Yeah.
But what were you saying?
Like he did give like an amazing line, like you came out looking like Cher and walking like Sunny.
Yeah, that was the
Iconic.
Discord. That was the Discord, yeah.
Yes.
Which is
And Jane
amazing.
Don't won. Yeah, it was really amazing. I said here Jane Don't won, but how did Nene win? Why did I write how did Nene win? Maybe I didn't like her look or something. I don't know.
I didn't either. I didn't either. Okay, so Nene had the J-Lo reference, and she
Yeah.
did that like spandex bodysuit with like a weird like strappy overlay. It was just like it looked
Okay,
like a
pull it up right here. Yeah.
jazzercise outfit gone wrong. Like I hated it.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
hate it. I thought
Yeah. Like
like because that was against Mikey Meeks, and Mikey Meeks had a very I think it showed her like I think it showed her to me that didn't fit Nene Coco's normal construction and her normal presentation. But I think what Mikey Meeks came up with was very representative of her brand. And I thought it was prettier. I didn't like that outcome either, actually.
yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, so that must be why. Because I looked it up and I'm like, that's why. I looked up the outfits. I was like, okay, that's why I wrote that. And then Kenya obviously lost because she just had the meat purse and nothing else represented the meat.
Yeah.
But it also like it was because I mean I do give it to them, like that is hard to like mix like
The
because it's the
reason why it
Britney.
was hard is because she is very big, and when you're that size, you need your material to move and stretch some. And that meat did not
Yeah,
stretch at all. It was like
yeah,
it was like tablecloth material. I'm not joking. I bet you it was like why would a
yeah,
clothing fabric be meat patterned? It wouldn't. It was most likely like a table type of sheet
yeah.
fabric.
Yeah, I mean, and then Mia versus Vita. Vita won, but I said I thought I loved Mia's look. Like it was my favorite look of the night.
Yeah, I liked both of them, but they had the easiest box. Like they had
They
purple
did.
lace and white lace. Like that was so stretch
Yeah.
lace. Like it was so easy.
Oh yeah, and then I wrote this note here is that like as much as I love Darlene, I don't like her makeup. There's some she's not like what the issue is, her makeup is that she needs to extend it more. So like her makeup feels very she's not doing a lot of wing liner, she's not working against her hooded eyes, and her eyes feel very like clustered together, and I just don't like the coming from a makeup perspective point, there's just she needs to open up her eyes more with her makeup.
To me, it's also just like it's not. I think she's done it a couple of times, but not consistently enough and not with enough strong point of view. But she doesn't. It's almost not drag enough. It leans into like just trying to be a woman. Just like
Yeah, it's doing it bad.
get rid of all the man as I can, and it's giving a little bit like Derek Barry
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. But again, though, like I said, like my theory of if you are hot out of drag, you're not going to win. I mean, I don't personally think he's hot because he's triggered. I know so many like men that looks like him, but Dylan thinks he's very hot, and you think he's really hot, and I respect it. Like I see it, I'm like, yeah, I see the hotness.
But
But I
it's also because like look at there is a very like famous line, and it's is he hot or is he just tall? And like I just know that he is
yeah,
also 6'2" at least. Like that man he's a man, and I like that.
same, yeah. And then yeah, so then this is when while Law is like ripping into Briar, she just full on Wendy Williams to the floor. She Like, that was insane. Like, if only she was wearing a Statue of Liberty outfit. Like, what? Like, because they looked real to me. What are your thoughts on this pass out?
Oh, I 100% think it's real for a couple of reasons. One, yeah, we saw Wendy go down the exact same way. But I also used to have this
Yeah.
friend in high school that, I mean, we were just like really malnourished. And every once in a while she would go down and it was like exactly like that. It would look exactly like that, except sometimes she would pee herself when she did it. So, like,
From not eating, was she a gymnast?
no, we were just like bad kids. And so we were just like spending our lunch money on drugs or whatever. And so no sustenance and then just like dehydrated. And she would go down and it would look just like that. But she would pop up all the same. You know, it was like, you know, people don't faint and then like It's not like the movies. You don't have to like, get them peanut oil or whatever to smell. Like they just
Yeah.
pop right back up. So I
Gonna
absolutely think it
find the
was
baking
real. Also, we need to remember what the conditions of these things are, right? Like maybe they were
yeah.
told to get into drag at a certain time and then something ran late. And because it ran late, they were required to feed dinner. And because they were required to feed dinner, and they already had their lips on, maybe they didn't eat what they were supposed to eat when they were supposed to eat it. They were provided it because they had to provide it to them. But if you want to win, you can't fuck up your makeup. So then you end up sitting there not eating or not drinking. Like I don't know if you remember Alaska, but when she did the like completely
Yeah.
purple look, remember she talks
Yeah.
about it, it looks all patchy because she was in that makeup for like 10 hours. Like it didn't look patchy when I put it on. It didn't look patchy in the first 3 hours, like when I thought I was going to use it. It looked patchy when I was on the review stage 10 hours later. So like I
Yeah.
just think that there's a lot at play that totally make it a real scenario. And I honestly think that anyone that said otherwise just cannot see past the end of their own nose. That's just the sign of someone with little to no life experience to me.
Yeah. Yeah, because like because her like eyes were open and stuff like that yeah, it looked like she was real. And yeah, I don't think people realize how long like they're being up their critique. Like sometimes, like it's a because I've just learned from like what listening to Trixie and Katya's podcast. Like you said, yeah, they'll be up there for like sometimes 10 hours. Like it's they'll like cut for lunch or whatever, but that's it. Like you're just it's a full like so yeah, she could have been like not eating, stressed out, like it's a lot to happen, and then just
And
getting
then those
completely
lights,
obliterated.
those lights that are on you, they make you hot, like they're very hot, but they're also it's so weird. Like anyone who's been on a stage knows that you are looking into the lights. Like they have
Yeah,
lighting on you from every angle, so you can't really see the audience.
yeah,
You can
you can't say
see
the opposite.
yeah, so the judges look like they're 25, 20 feet away from them, but they've got lights coming like this, they have lights coming like that, they have lights coming like that, and they're strong, and you can't see those. And so that's, yeah, the whole thing, I totally think it was real, but also did not save you, girlfriend. If Rue is going to do one thing, it's going to send you home at your lowest, okay? They will not.
Yeah. They're like, Briar, you good? All right, fight to the like yeah, like yeah, it's really hilarious that anyone, yeah, thought she like faked it, which is crazy because yeah, no, I mean that would have been hilarious if she like, but I feel like it would have looked more fake. Like we would have been able to tell. And also, if you gotta remember too, a lot of these girls are corseted up and shit. Like it's got like you like standing in drag for a long amount of time is not easy.
I'm going to just like guess that Briar is not singed. I'm just going to like.
Oh yeah, forgot about or maybe she is. She's one of the few drag queens that puts on a corset and looks boxier. So I don't know.
She just puts it on but doesn't like tighten it.
Yeah, she's not tightening. She's like, "Well, I'm prone to passing out, so I can't tighten it." And then oh yeah, and then so after fainting, Briar and Kenya lip sync for their life to lights, camera, action, and won.
There was not a doubt in my mind that Kenya was gonna eat her up. Eat
I know.
her up. I knew it. I knew it. I was so excited. And it could have been anything. It could have been a slow song. It could have been, you know what I mean? I don't think that Briar stood a chance.
No. No, and not because of the passing out, just in general. Like I think Briar was also getting to the point of like too stressed to be there and
Defeated.
checked out because she was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And I think her focus got taken off by Juicy and whatever the hell that was.
her what?
Whatever's going on with Juicy also played a role in her not focusing, in my opinion.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, because that was a weird thing because like I was kind of like blindsided by like the beef with like her and because first it was like her and Mia and then like her and Athena and Juicy and I'm like, what is happening? Like I think there was more happening there.
Yeah. Yeah. This season has had the most references to time off of camera, in my opinion, it seems like. And I would venture to say that like there's even more because yeah, that like now that you say it out loud, I mean it makes sense, right? Mia and Athena are essentially like her mom and dad there. And
Yeah.
If you are watching someone get into a relationship at the wrong time for the wrong reasons with the wrong person or any combination of those, like you're gonna be contentious with that person. Even if you try to be cordial, even if you're trying to be professional, even if you're trying to stay in your lane, the vibe that you're gonna give off to that person is gonna be bad because you think that they're bad for your daughter. And I think that there's
Yeah.
definitely something that was going on there. And you know what? I just like I don't mind I do not mind, especially in the world of drag. I do not mind a sassy bitch. I do not mind a narcissistic, but you gotta back it up. There's very few queens that like I feel like can do it and back it up. Like it would be like who could be cunty and back it up? Sasha Colby, Anitra,
Love.
you know what I mean? Like they were able to do it.
Jane was cunty and backed it up, I think.
Yeah, Jane. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's my thought. But yeah, can you send her home? And I was very happy. I think that really galvanized us to a much more talented group now going into
Yeah.
what we're going to talk about next week, which is our talent show, which is so late in the season. But
Yeah.
I do think that we were galvanized to a stronger group at that point. Obviously, there's still highs and lows, but I think everyone that is there is polished enough to like
Except for
you have
Darlene,
to
I
be
feel.
you have to be polished enough and like together enough for us to be able to look at the art that you're doing that challenge. And I think that we're past that point now.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so next week we'll be back to talk about the following two episodes. The wait, what was it called again?
It's the talent show. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if there was like a special name for it, but the talent show where that was broken up into two parters.
Oh, it's Rate
And
a
so
Queen. It's the talent show, but it's Rate a Queen. So they're bringing an all-star feature into the regular season. They
yeah,
are rating the performances high and low, but they're spreading it across 2 weeks, which means that there can be some strategy. So that's what we're gonna see.
yeah,
And we said
yeah,
next week, but honestly, we may be filming it tomorrow, just like TV.
yeah, we will. So we'll start out and be like, it's been so long since we recorded the last one. We'll make sure to really sell it, just like they do in Drag Race. And then I'll pass out like prior. Be like, Blake's pushing me.
My voice is still sore from last week.
Yeah. Yeah, from what? Yeah, so this was so fun. Do you have any other overall thoughts on these two episodes? I think people who went home, they should have.
I wanted to talk briefly about Darlene and Athena's little thing. Like, I think it was interesting because they did have the hardest patterns to work with. I think they both ended up with strong looks at the end, but I do absolutely think that Athena's was better, and Darlene did not. And when they were arguing about it, and this may have been in the Untucked, I don't remember, but when they were
No,
arguing about it,
I think it was
someone said something along the lines like if I had to choose, like Darlene's is the one or sorry, Athena's is the one that I would wear, and I thought the exact same thing. Like that's if I had
yeah.
to put on a dress, it would have been Athena's dress.
Yeah. Yeah, like sorry, girl. Like Darlene, I can love you for being like entertaining, but girl, you're not. Yeah, you didn't beat Athena. Yeah, that is really funny though. It's really interesting the times where like the girls are like so off of like they're like I should have won and you're like, "What?"
All right, well, yay, we're caught up a little bit.
Yes. Yes, we're caught up and remember like subscribe and follow for more episodes. We're going to be breaking down the rest of this season and who knows, after that, I don't know. We could break down and talk about any type of media like queer stuff. It doesn't have to be like just dog grooming only. I don't know.
You know what I haven't watched in a long time is that movie or that show that's set in Philadelphia with all the gays. We
The
could
show
watch
that's
that.
set in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's an older one.
What is that show? Like the queer eye, not queer eye.
You know what I'm
The
talking
L
about?
word or whatever.
Yeah,
No, why can't
not the
queer as
L
folk?
word. Yes, queer as folk.
Okay, yes. All right. I just couldn't remember where it was, but makes sense. Philadelphia. Tom Hanks. Okay. All right, guys. Bye.